things to talk about today. I'm still in high spirits as usual. Uh, what I wanted to discuss today is the mold in my apartment. The mold in my apartment. Now, let's see. Let's go way back. It's probably been here even before I moved in. Just like in general, a lot of buildings have mold, and most of the time it goes unnoticed. For the longest time, there's been a slow leak in my bathroom. A slow leak that I've complained about multiple times. I've taken pictures going back years explaining, "Hey, the drywall in my kitchen and in my hallway is buckling. It looks like there's water damage. Could you send someone to fix it?" So we had a repair in my kitchen where they fixed what looked like soft drywall. That's like 2 or 3 years ago, even, right? And that's when I noticed, like, there's a water problem. Didn't think anything of it. I don't see mold, actual mold in my house. Uh, what alerted me to the mold is fountain pens. So I picked up a new revisited an old special interest of fountain pens, except for when I used to use them as a kid. I used to use cartridges, so I never had to dip into a bottle of ink. But as an adult, I'm like, let's grow up. I'm gonna get a bottle of ink. Let's do the inky thing. So I'm doing the inky thing. I got a lot of bottles of ink. And in one particular pen, I noticed it looked like the consistency of the ink had changed from when I first filled it up. I said, oh, that's weird. Started looking into it. Turns out fountain pens are a really good way to tell if your apartment has mold. Because what happens is uh you have extra humidity. Extra humidity makes that paper products in your apartment moldy. So once the paper products in your apartment get mold, it's like invisible. You can't see it. It's just on the paper. And the only way you can tell that it's moldy is when you use a fountain pen with nice ink on that paper. It looks like it's recycled paper. The ink will start bleeding as you're writing, just in certain spots. So you can kind of tell, oh my gosh, this whole notebook's infected with mold. So what I had done, I got a dip pen, right? This like dipping your dick in a bunch of dirty hose, okay? I took a dip pen and I made the mistake of writing on my notebook that has moldy pages on it, right? And then I took that dip pen and I put it into um another ink, and I use that ink, and then dip your dongle in this. So this dip pen, I think I've dipped. Oh, actually, I haven't. I haven't. I don't think I have. Have I? I dipped it on my nope. Dip pen's been in every single ink bottle, so every single one of those bottles probably gonna get mold. Um, yep, that's gross. Some of them have better biocides, virucides than others, but we'll see. So at least right now, the one ink that I have that has a little moldy crust on it is made by Organic Studio. I'm guessing they don't put anything bad in it based on the name of their thing, which may be the reason why that's the first one that molded up. Um, with that being said, I've already asked them to send somebody to come test. They never notified me that they were going to. So I'm going to ask again. And within 24 or 48 hours, I'm going to ask again on Monday. It's the weekend, right? Give them the weekend. Within 24 or 48 hours after Monday, maybe I should wait till Tuesday because I want to be home for it. Um, Within 24 to 48 hours, they have to come and send somebody to remedy it. Uh, they won't. I don't. Let me not say that. But it has been my experience that when you request service from this particular rental company, they do not. So here's what the thing is. They've had this plumbing problem for quite a while. Um, the last guy that came to fix it mentioned that they have provided the company a quote for repair on the pipes. They also mention uh, some of the reason why it's happening, right? I don't want to get too much into that because it has a lot to do with the upstairs neighbor and their use of water. So they mentioned a few things, what the cause of the issue is, the bad pipes. They've already addressed the situation. The management company has had to have my apartment repaired so many times. They could have already replaced the pipes. Um, I don't know how much it is though, right? So that maybe that's just a guess. I don't know. It's expensive, I know, but it's worth them doing it because what it's creating is moldy situations for every single person that lives in this building. Because of the mold in my apartment and my desire not to have it, I have to keep my windows open, which means that all my neighbors get to hear all of my greatness 24/7 as long as I have them open. I'm also not allowed to leave my apartment for like more than 24 hours or whatever, because if I shut my apartment up completely for 24 hours, it's going to get stinky as fuck. So I'm no longer able to go and visit my mother where my felon brother is staying because anything longer than a day puts my living situation at a greater risk. So I have to stay here and maintain my own apartment. Also adding to it, my brother's not really a person I want to put myself around because of the constant attempts to try to bait me into aggression. So uh, I believe that in the bigger picture, this is part of their design, their socially engineered design to put a barrier between me and my mother, to create space so I cannot tell uh, like a huge decline, a major decline in her cognitive abilities or whatever. Supposedly, one of these V2K voices in my building has said to me that my mom falls down all the time, right? My brother was like joking about how she fell down the steps. He thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I don't think she should have a house with stairs at her age. I think that the rush to purchase that house with stairs was created by my brother. Uh, and that is why he's so happy. He's happy as shit. He got the house that he thinks he's gonna retire in. And he never worked really a day in his life. After he got arrested at like 20, he hasn't worked since then. Oh, I take that back. He worked at a couple of places. But anytime he has been asked to do anything responsible, he's just quit those jobs. So um I don't know what his intentions are with my mother. I don't see them as the best intentions when he's talking about in a laughing manner how she fell down the stairs. That is something that makes me very upset. So I would like to be up there, but at the same time, I have an apartment full of bullshit that I have. Well, the fact that I have mold now, there's no reason for me to give a shit about any of this stuff in here. I can't take it to my mom's house because I'm not trying to infect her house with mold. This stuff all has to go to the trash. And then I get to start all over again, and I don't mind that. Losing all of my I came in here with the chair. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I came in here with a folding chair and a dog. You guys took my dog. Uh, so is this related to what I believe is human trafficking? Whatever their big game, this big group of people's vicious game, the Satanist game, whatever you want to call it. I do believe it's related to that because this plan, had I not gotten a fountain pen or whatever, is diabolical, right? They're trying to create a health condition. I think I might have that blood type. I gotta go ask the doctor what my blood type is because all of this stuff is beyond me. You're not gonna make me sick. That's a mental fucking thing. If your brain lets you think that you're gonna get sick, you will. Uh, so mind over matter. Send the fucking letter. It's also my first time I get to use AI. I had AI draft a really nice letter to send to the real estate company, to request that they remedy this immediately. Uh, I'm not in the biggest rush anymore because I've already asked and they haven't done anything about it. So I'm gonna let them take their sweet ass fucking time. Uh, and the longer they take, the more of my stuff gets damaged, the more my health gets damaged. They don't have the money for the plumbing. They're not going to have the money to fix this. They're not going to have the money to fix this for all the tenants in this building. If all the tenants in this building, maybe I will give them a copy of my letter so they can send the same thing, right? I'm going to give everybody a fountain pen and ink. I want you to test all the paper in your house and then send Drake a letter saying, uh, it's uninhabitable in here. You got to test first, though. So the first test, before you actually have to pay for a test, the easiest test, take a fountain pen on a piece of paper and see if that ink spreads like it's recycled. Right? Get a moleskin notebook. I can tell you the difference between a moleskin with no mold and a moleskin that has mold. Maybe that's why people don't use moleskins anymore. Uh, Different quality paper, higher GSM, more absorbent paper, probably more likely to get moldy. Maybe. We'll see. Lower GSM. I got Tomaway River, low GSM. So the low GSM means it's not going to absorb that shit. It's gonna sit on the surface. You're not gonna fuck with my paper. It's coated, low GSM coated paper. Um, so that's probably why they use the other papers. Is better. We'll see. The ink bottle does not uh like mold, normally grows real bad overnight. And the bottle of ink, it hasn't gotten exponentially worse. So maybe it's just in my head. But I saw the black mold on the piece of drywall when they first cut into my bathroom. I actually saw it's like a quarter inch thick. Uh, so I'm pretty sure that everything in my apartment now has mold spores on it. And it's just going out the window as I breathe. I have to ventilate my bathroom so anybody that's near me is getting the same mold spores. The mold spores probably even came from across the street, the building across the street that's got a very bad roof problem. They should probably do a toxic tort and see if they could sue the developer or the landlord or whoever refuses to fix the roof on that building, because that building had a mold problem most likely way before our building did. Uh, the people, when they tore it down, they had to stop construction. I'm so curious as to what the deal with the construction is over there. Do they have to leave it in order to get rid of all the mold spores? Do they have to leave it vacant for a certain amount of time, like how they do when they change a gas station into a Starbucks? Right? They got to make sure all that fuel comes up out the ground. So this will be fun. Hi, wonderful YouTube friend. Don't be sorry. It's a design. It's okay. So now we're gonna go to the fictional world of. Oh, come on, kitty, stop stealing my shit. We're gonna go to the fictional world of. Well, what do you call it? Conspiracy, but it's not a conspiracy because it's been found to be true. We're going to go to the conspiracist world of MK Ultra. And when you think about testing humans' limits and putting them through all of this stuff and whatever, so everything I've described on my YouTube lets you know that's I'm not paranoid. If this is mold in my apartment and I've explained to you what has happened in my bathroom, you've seen it. I've posted videos and pictures of it. I've sent letters. I'm gonna next after only after they fail to reply, I will then post the letters I sent to them that they failed to reply to. And then you can just see it makes the whole case against this. Uh, is it a slumlord? If they don't fix it, it is a slumlord. If they don't fix the issues in my apartment, it's a slumlord because I've lived here 11 years. And when it was under the former management company, Concord Real Estate, these issues didn't happen. The handyman fixed things. They didn't have to come back. My bathroom didn't have to get holes cut in the walls 30 times. You didn't have to leave an open hole for a week. This was all designed to spread mold throughout my apartment. Um, to which I don't care about. Just come fix it. It's hard to breathe now. But bye.